साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिंधुभ्य एव च पतितनां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिन् इति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारिणे। मूकं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपा तमहं वंदे श्री गुरुं दीनतारिणं। परमानंद माधवं श्री चैतन्य ईश्वरं हरि ओम तत्सत्। Hare Krishna. So what is so special about today's session? Who can tell me what is the special thing about today's session? Sorry? Last session. You seem to be very happy. अब हमको liberation मिलेगा. We will get freedom from this weekly torture. But actually I am also feeling a little happy. Because this year at least few students have successfully completed. Every year few students complete. This year a little bit more nicely we are doing. But in this last session also I would like to ask one question. Is anybody coming for the first time today? Thank you sir. Thank you. One natural question, how you came to know about this?
I used to attend before. I just moved to Bangalore.
Oh, you just came to Bangalore. Welcome to Bangalore. What's your name, sir?
Dhruv.
Dhruv. You were calling me.
Yes.
Your name is Dhruv Sethi.
Yes.
I was getting a call, but I was in another class, so I couldn't take your call. So welcome, everybody. Some are looking very happy. Today is the last. इसके बाद और कुछ नहीं. How many of you want this to continue in some way, in some form? Please raise your hands. Honestly, हाँ, आप बहुत खुश लग रहे थे कि आज last session है. But see, everything has to come to an end. So we'll see what we can do. So this Gita course, what is this Gita course? Nobody can explain Gita course in 6 to 8 weeks. Nobody can understand, nobody can explain also. So what we did in the last 6 to 8 weeks, that is the question. The simplest and the most honest answer is, in the last 6 to 8 weeks, we have tried to create faith in your heart. We did not aim to make you experts of Bhagavad Gita. Neither we expected any one of you to become, a scholar of Bhagavad Gita. All we did was, or all we were praying or trying to do was, somehow create a faith in your heart that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Somehow help all of us to understand that we are not the body, we are the spirit soul. And somehow we are able to develop this conviction that the aim of human life is to become a loving servant of God and go back home, back to Godhead. If we have understood this much, or even if we have theoretically understood this much, and if we have some faith, some commitment towards this in the smallest value, then this Gita course is successful. So how many of you feel that the Gita course is successful? Please raise your hands. Be honest, huh? Thank you. People are so kind. In some batches, students don't raise their hand. Fail ho gaya aap. So we are discussing the last session, which was called Why Bad Things Happen to Good People. We have discussed quite a lot here. I think last week we had this Damodar session, but due to travels, most of you could not join. But do you remember till which point have we discussed why bad things happen to good people? Anybody remembers? Or should we do a revision? Okay, how many of you want a revision? सभी लोग हाथ उठा रहे हैं. Did we? But we'll move very fast now. The 5 subject matters of Bhagavad Gita. You remember this? Ishwar, Prakriti, Jeeva, Kala and Karma. Remember? You have to say yes or no fast. Yes. Okay. Did we discuss the material and the spiritual worlds? You remember this example? Yes. The fish in the water example? Yes. That the fish cannot actually taste the apple, smell the apple, touch the apple, see the apple. It is only possible when it goes in a different realm. Similarly, this material world is a perverted reflection of the spiritual world. All of you remember? Yes. Real beauty lies in the spiritual world. Real happiness is in the spiritual world. And then we understood this shloka. Urdhvamulam madha shakham ashwatham prahuravyayam chandamsi yasya parnani yastam vedasa vedavit. After that we started discussing the spiritual world. You remember these primary divisions of the spiritual realm? Brahmajyoti, Vaikuntha, Goloka. We saw the diagram of the universe. We understood how in the material world, which is within this Karana Samudra, unlimited universes are there. Brahmajyoti is the space which is not exactly the spiritual world, but at the border of the spiritual world, which is achieved by those who are into meditation, penance and renunciation, but no seva to Bhagwan or to the devotees of Bhagwan. This is clear? The end result of people going in Brahmajyoti is that after millions and billions of years of existence in the Brahmajyoti, they develop a material desire and they again return to the material world. This was clear? Higher than the Brahmajyoti lies the Vaikuntha planets, where the awe and reverence of the Lord is more prevailing. We saw one nice photo. We discussed using this photo how we understood how sex life does not exist in the spiritual world. Those of you who didn't attend the last session, you will not understand this. But those who have attended, at least you can say yes. So there is no sex life in the spiritual world. Sex life is a perverted reflection of original love which exists in the material world. Although the men of the spiritual world and the women of spiritual world, they are thousands and millions of times more beautiful, more strong and more attractive and more genuine than the people of this material world. We understood that in Vaikuntha there is no birth, death, old age and disease, and there is no kuntha, there is no anxiety, so it is called as Vaikuntha. It is the Aishwarya Dham where opulences, awe and reverence, in this mood people worship the Lord. Clear? But higher than or within the Vaikuntha world, there are some planets. The whole spiritual world together is called Vaikuntha. So in Vaikuntha, there are some spiritual planets which is even more opulent than these planets which we were discussing. However, the sweetness of God is so much more overpowered or over-prevailing that it overpowers the greatness. There are some planets where the greatness of God is more visible, and there are some spiritual planets where the sweetness of God is more visible. The planets in which the sweetness of God or the intimacy of God is more visible, more prevailing, in those planets it does not mean that the opulences are less. The opulences are even higher, but the sweetness overpowers everything. And the highest planet of the entire spiritual realm, where the most confidential devotees of the Lord they inhabit, it is called as, what is the name? Okay. This is topmost planet of the spiritual world, eternal residence of Shri Radha and Krishna, abode of sweetness, most confidential devotees, called as the Madhurya Dham. Then we took this example of the one universe and we understood everything. You remember I took a photo. This is a miniature photo, but I took the whole photo of the universe. I was asking, send a photo of universe. You people were downloading NASA images and sending me. You remember? And then I was expressing a little bit dissatisfaction. Okay. We discussed few sections, a few questions. Why spirit souls come in the material world? Who remembers? Those who have attended, they should be able to answer. We come here for reformation, rehabilitation, in order to give up the addiction of being the enjoyer. Why does God create this temporary, miserable world, material world? For this purpose only, so that we can come and understand that we are not meant to be enjoyers, but constitutionally speaking, we are eternal, loving servants of God. Our happiness lies in seva and not in bhoga, not in enjoyment. And again, all these questions we have discussed. Did we discuss three modes of material nature? Abhi yes bhi nahi bol rahe, no bhi nahi bol rahe. We saw that the modes of material nature bind us in two ways, clothes and chains. What are the clothes? Skin. Clothes are the 84 lakh species. Jalaja navalakshani sthavara laksha vimshati kramayo rudya shankyakaha pakshinam dashalakshanam trimshal lakshani pashavah chatur lakshani manushah. There are 9 lakh species living in the water. 20 lakh non-moving living entities such as trees and plants. These are the various clothes which we get. 11 lakh species of insects and reptiles, 10 lakh species of birds. As far as quadrupeds are concerned, 30 lakh species of four-legged animals, and 4 lakh varieties of human species. Who can tell me why there are 4 lakh varieties of human species? What was the discussion? Based on their consciousness. Very good. Looks like you people remember. And then there are some chains. Sattva guna, Rajoguna, Tamoguna. They are binding us. And then we discussed how food can also be in the mode of goodness, passion and ignorance. How music can be in the mode of goodness, passion and ignorance. How our environment or our association can be in goodness, passion or ignorance. Did we discuss all this? अरे कुछ तो यस तो बोलो, एक आदमी तो यस बोलो, सब डिस्कस किए हैं. Sometimes it is very difficult to be a teacher. What I did to my teachers, that karma is coming back to me. Karma doesn't leave you. Which mode is the best? Is mode of goodness the best? Should we target to remain in the mode of goodness? Or mode of passion is the best? Or mode of ignorance is the best? Then which is the best? Shuddha Sattva, yeah. One has to rise above the mode of goodness also. Because mode of goodness is also a kind of conditioning, where one gets a sense of happiness due to the knowledge and the reputation and the resources they have in life. And they think that they are fine, they are happy, they don't need. I gave an example that I was standing in front of a temple and was trying to sell some Bhagavad Gitas. Most of the people who come to a temple, they don't take a Bhagavad Gita. In fact, one person answered that, see, I am a nice man, I am a pious man, I come to temple every once a week. This Bhagavad Gita is meant for sinful people, people who go to jail, go and distribute in jails. We are temple goers, why we need Bhagavad Gita? So this is called conditioning in the mode of goodness. It was 5 o'clock in the morning. That person had had bath, put on clean clothes and was coming to temple. Mode of goodness, definitely. But the conditioning is that he also thinks that I do not need Bhagavad Gita. Why? Because I am happy in my life. I am a pious man. Bhagavad Gita is meant for sinful people. It is meant for people who don't come to temple. It is to be distributed only in the jail. Had this Bhagavad Gita been distributed outside the jail, then people wouldn't have gone to jail in the first place. In ISKCON, we have a special wing called Prison Preaching Wing. These devotees, they only focus and specialize in going to various prisons and preaching the Bhagavad Gita. Quite an interesting profile. They have very nice students, nicer than you people also. But some students, they change for the good. Who controls these modes of material nature? Option A, you. Option B, your boss. Option C, your family members. Option D, God. The answer is, these modes of material nature, they completely control you. You, your boss, your family cannot control this. Only God controls this. And only those who can rise above these modes of material nature, or those who can do something to become free from these chains, they can perform bhakti, they can progress in bhakti, and one day they can have an experience of God, and if they are fortunate, they can see God. So therefore, the only way to give up the modes of material nature is this verse. Daivi hi esha gunamayi mama maya duratyaya mameva ye prapadyante maya metam tarantite. Krishna is telling this divine energy of mine, which is called as Maya, which is Trigunamayi, consisting of three modes of material nature: goodness, passion, ignorance, sattva, tamo, rajas, is difficult to overcome. That means it cannot be overcome. Mameva ye prapadyante, but those who have surrendered only to me. Krishna uses the word eva, mameva ye, but those who have surrendered unto me, mayam etam tarantite, they can easily cross beyond it. If you surrender to your boss, you will not be able to do this. If you surrender to your false ego, you cannot do this. If you surrender to your family members, you cannot do this. If you surrender to any other devata or any other personality, you cannot do this. Mam eva, those who have surrendered unto me. Who is the me here? Who is me here? Yes. Time. Did we discuss time? Yes or no? Time नहीं discuss किया क्या? How many of you feel we have not discussed time? Because I felt that we have discussed time. किसी को कुछ याद भी नहीं है तो अभी क्या प्रूफ दे सकते हैं? Only you think like that. Others, anybody remembers time? Only one person. ठीक है, we'll start from here. Huh? Today's session starts from time. Hare Krishna. I just covered 30 slides in the last 15 minutes. What is time? Time is an energy of the Lord. Time is an energy of Krishna. It is measured, the most micro measurement of time is the speed at which the rays of the sun pass from one atom to another atom. That is called atomic time. This atomic time has been already calculated. No research needs to be done. Already calculated, documented in the Srimad Bhagavatam. And then different kinds or different minutes or different measurements of time lesser than a second are also nicely documented. And the largest or one of the big units of measurement of time is the yugas. How many yugas are there? It is written on the right hand side. Who can tell the names? Which yuga is presently going on? Is it the very nice yuga? What are the problems in Kali Yuga? Tell some problem in Kali Yuga. You have to raise your hand and tell. Which was not there in other yugas. Yes? Technology is a problem of Kali Yuga. It was not there in previous yugas. She is meaning to say, gross technology is a problem of Kali Yuga. There was subtle technology in other yugas also. But because the minds of the people were highly controlled, so technology was not ruling them. Now technology rules us. What I am doing? Endlessly scrolling. Everybody who starts scrolling, they feel that they will achieve God by the end of this screen. That's why they never give up, no? Is there any limit to scrolling? There is no limit to scrolling. Even the content providers, they don't tell, Baba, bahut hua. Half an hour you have scrolled. You are like the best person in this whole universe. Please stop scrolling. The content providers, they are your worst enemies. But you have become their best friend. Any intelligent man should try to regulate their exposure to such activities, be it the social media or be it any other activity which is creating an addiction. All addictions are progressive. In order to give up an addiction, you need spiritual strength. And only when you come out of the addiction, you will realize how much time we have wasted. In the addiction, or while struggling in the addiction, or during the addiction, you cannot realize how we are losing time. Addiction is a deep state of hallucination or ignorance where one artificially starts thinking that they are happy in life. Actually, addiction makes people miserable. And the greatest misery of addiction is that one does not realize that they are miserable. And the greatest victims or the most worst victims of these addictions are our own children. Small children, when they cry, the parents give them mobile, tablets, laptops. And the children get exposed to such nasty things at such a young age that they become attention deficit hyperactivity disorder victims. They cannot focus. They have no decision taking ability. They have no character. And guess what? They are doing what they see their parents doing. If parents can kindly give up their so-called private life with the mobiles, then the children will also give up. If the children see that the parents are leading a real life, children will take part in it. So that was one of the problems of Kali Yuga. Thank you. Any other problem in Kali Yuga which was not there? Until unless Kali Yuga is a golden age and all of us are extremely fortunate and extremely happy to be taking birth in Kali Yuga in Whitefield. Yes. Greed. There is a lot of greed in Kali Yuga. Agreed. Anxiety was there in all yugas, but yes, in Kali Yuga anxiety increases more. Why? Because dharma reduces. People think more about their rights and less about their duties. That is why anxiety increases. If people think more about their duties and less about their rights, that means if people do their dharma, what they are supposed to do, and anxieties will be less and they will be protected. Dharmo rakshati rakshitaha. So in Kali Yuga, there is no dharma. Any other? More money. Incorrect. People in previous yugas were rich beyond our imagination. The Raja Rishis, they were rich beyond. Kali Yuga is plastic age, man. Everybody eats in plastic plates. They have plastic decoration. Look at these flower vases. Inside temple also, due to lack of funds, we are using plastic decoration. This is Kali Yuga. So people were rich earlier. So this we do not accept. Any other thing? Yes.
Shorter lifespan.
Shorter lifespans. Very good. People in Kali Yuga have incredibly short lifespans, and people in previous yugas had incredibly large lifespans. Can you name a person who had an incredibly large lifespan? Whom you have read about? Sorry? Bhishma, yes. He had a very long lifespan. Definitely more than people of Whitefield. Maharaj Dashrath, when he was 60,000 years old, how many? When he was 60,000 years old, he got 4 sons. And after a few years, when he saw the first white hair in his head, that time he decided, time to make Lord Ram as the next king. That is called a long lifespan. Now compare it to our lifespan. How many of you are confident that you'll live for 60 years also? Given the amount of scrolling you are doing. Any other bad quality in Kali Yuga?
Bad people are more, and the leaders are more, like more bad leaders.
Yes.
Bad is more and good things are very less.
Yes, that's because dharma is less. So yes, the worst condition in Kali Yuga is that the leaders are spiritually blind. The present day leaders are thinking that rituals of the religion, economic development, and satisfaction of sensory desires is the greatest goals of life. Our present day leaders are thinking that dharma, artha, kama are the greatest goals of life. That is why they are spiritually blind. All they want is satisfy the sense gratificatory desires of people who are living like animals, means mind and senses are not controlled. Only focus economic development as if economic development is actually making people happy. It is not. And people in the name of religion, they just engage in rituals to show off that they are dharmic. Nobody actually understands the meaning of religion. Religion means how to love God. But nobody approaches God to love Him. They only approach God with a list of desires. I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this. If you don't give me this, then I will convert myself into Christian, or I will convert into a Muslim, or I will convert into a Hindu, or I will change. There is anyways a supermarket of demigods. So this is a fault in Kali Yuga. Any other fault? Yes? Homosexuality. A serious madness which is becoming rampant. At least we are the generation which has seen the rise of homosexuality. In countries like India, it has been made legal also. This is madness. On record, on YouTube, in a temple, I am publicly telling, I may get killed for saying this, but this is not sanity. The homosexuals, they say that we are being natural, but this is not natural. How nature works? Nature works is that through a combination of a male and a female, an offspring is produced. That is natural. In fact, if we start a discussion of nature, we'll go into greater depths, which will take us a little bit away from the discussion. But yes, homosexuality is a kind of madness. The Cornell, there is a Cornell University, no? I have some papers with me where some professors of some universities, psychological department of psychology, they have also agreed that this is a kind of madness. Anything else? Yes.
Everything is extreme, this yoga. Extreme in the sense, the feelings that and the nature that we have, like greediness, angerness, acknowledge were there before, but now it is extreme. Anything extreme, this yoga is impacting the whole world, like nature. Nature was there beautiful. Now comparing the nature, the pollution that we have, air, water, noise, everything.
Yeah.
It is extreme.
Degradation is happening very fast. Extremes of weather conditions, extremes of mental challenges, these are there. Yes, extremes are there. Agreed. How about the intelligence of the people? Is it very increasing, very high, or degrading, or already degraded? Yes, the intelligence of the people of Kali Yuga is very, very tiny. All of us who may be sitting here very proud that look at me, I am a resident of Whitefield with all these potholes and with this great job. One of them has just now become proud. I have landed in Bangalore, the IT city, the Silicon Valley of India. This is less intelligent understanding. We have become spiritually dull. We do not understand spiritual subject matter. We only understand Instagram. That is our intelligence understanding. Recently, one person was telling that, sir, Prabhuji, you are conducting classes in your center. It goes for 1 hour, 1.5 hours. We need 30-second classes. He told him, we need 30-second classes. So can you please summarize your whole Bhagavad Gita in 30 seconds? It will help us. I said, yeah. After 30 seconds, you will say 15 seconds mein karenge to acha hai. Just see, this is our intelligence. Those who are into education or those who would like to create educational content, they are struggling to reach to audience. But if you show different parts of your body for 30 seconds on Instagram, you'll have millions of views. This is called Kali Yuga intelligence. In Kali Yuga, people think that by growing hair on their head and by coloring it blue, yellow, orange, green, violet, you become very beautiful. This is Kali Yuga intelligence. And I should not speak very boldly. At one point of time, I also had that kind of... my hair, like to talk to people, I used to first, to see them. I've done all those nasty things. So, somehow at that time I used to think that if I have long hair, I'm playing guitar and moving around in college with a long hair and somehow used to manage to study well. I used to think that I'm very handsome and very beautiful and this hair is like my chief strength. It was making me more and more bodily conscious. So for me only, as a personal attempt, as a humble attempt to give up my body consciousness, I have just removed all my hair to see what I am really. So people think by wearing nice clothes or by making nice hair or by developing nice muscles, you become a good human being, of a good character, whose mind and senses are controlled. This is Kali Yuga intelligence. So intelligence is very, very low. Very, very low. So lifespan is less, intelligence is less, extremes are there, dharma is not there, overindulgence or a nature to be controlled by the technology is there. What else? Homosexuality is there.
Children controls
Children are controlling the parents. Yeah, this is happening in Kali Yuga only. There is a scriptural injunction which confirms that the particular children which are born to us, they are our own karma. And I have heard that people to whom we have not fulfilled their debts, they take birth as our children and whole life they take from us. That is a fact. So like this, there are many challenges in Kali Yuga. Some predictions of Kali Yuga are as follows. Towards the end of Kali Yuga, that means after 4,27,000 years, the maximum lifespan of a human being will be 20 years. What were you doing when you were 20 years old? And towards the end of Kali Yuga, you will have to die at 20. There will be no wheat, no rice, no grains, no fruits. People will eat each other towards the end of Kali Yuga. The government will extract 90% of anybody's income as tax. How much you are paying now? How much percentage you pay? Do you pay or not? Sure. I know some countries where there is 45% income tax. I've been there. I've paid. 45%. So it is not very difficult to believe when it will become 90%. And guess what? When they will take 90% of your earnings as tax, they'll make you work more also. 18 hours a day you have to work. Only when you sleep you have free time. There will be no marriages. Marriage means sacrifice, responsibility, tolerance, adjusting. But as the time will progress, there will be no marriages. Just like this co-live culture has started. Earlier there used to be gents PG, ladies PG. Now what has come up? Co-live PG. Definitely the boys and girls who are staying in these co-live PGs, they must be studying Bhagavad Gita whole day or chanting Hare Krishna together. See how sinful life has become in Kali Yuga. These were unheard of earlier, unheard. Boys and girls coming from good families engaging in premarital sex life with multiple partners inside a PG called co-live PG. It is happening next to you. It is happening next to your house. And you and me are fools if we think if our children will not indulge in it. This is Kali Yuga. I was going through a book written by an American author called Why Marriage Matters. In that book, after analyzing the American society behind which Indian people are mad and crazily copying, after analyzing last 70 years of the degradation of the Western world, this author has come to some conclusions. One of his conclusions is that those who are engaged in premarital sex life, there is 87% chance that they will end up in separation or divorce. They lose a capacity of taking responsibility and engaging in sacrifices within a relationship.
Card number 4893.
This is also a problem in Kali Yuga. During Krishna Katha, a car number 4893 comes and creates a problem. 4893 car number, जाके जहाँ भी हैं वहाँ से हटाइए. This never used to happen in earlier yugas.
So one problem is increasing number of vehicles.
What to do? Everybody is in a hurry to chant Hare Krishna. Go home fast, chant Hare Krishna. So like this, on and on we can go. There is a chapter called Predictions of Kali Yuga in Srimad Bhagavatam. Please read it and go into depression. But it is a reality and it is coming true. One of the reasons why I gave up my corporate life and took up to this task of teaching Bhagavad Gita was this only. Somehow God showed me the naked reality of Kali Yuga. How rapidly people are going to hell, and how all the social structure, family structure, and social projects of the society were going towards ruination, still going towards ruination. I know I alone cannot do anything, but at least I can show my face to God one day that I tried to serve you and I tried to connect people to you. And if somebody feels inspired to assist, they can join me. We want our future generation to be happy. We want the lives of our future generation to be simple living and high thinking. We don't want them to cry. We don't want them to be alienated. We don't want them to commit suicides. We don't want them to be addicted. We want them to lead a happy life. So this is an urgency. Until and unless people connect with Bhagavad Gita, until and unless they follow the principles of Bhagavad Gita, there is no way, there is no hope that people can be made happy. No rehabilitation program can save you. No insurances policies can protect you. And no social welfare projects can change the heart of a man or the destiny of a person. We are in such an urgent situation that only God and only God can help us. And the only way to approach God is to chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. And then in order to be chanting Hare Krishna regularly, it is important to meet on a weekly basis and read, have study groups. Meet on a regular basis and hear. Sir, you are again coming. Tell me, number you tell me. 8334. See, whenever Krishna Katha rises, Kali Yuga wants to create an impact. 8334, please. Kali Yuga is not able to tolerate this mood of Krishna consciousness. So, I am on a mission to create 1 lakh devotees, 1 lakh students of Bhagavad Gita before I quit my body. I have created some 200, maybe 300, maybe maximum 400. Not definitely not more. So if all of you can help me, together we can achieve this. But for that, you have to regularly associate with devotees of Krishna. You have to regularly in study groups read Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam. You have to regularly, in a prescribed way, you have to chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And you have to give up foods in the mode of ignorance and passion and take up the diet of prasadam so that your consciousness remains good, sane, divine. Anyways, coming back to our discussion, Kali Yuga is 4.32 lakh years. Every time when a Kali Yuga comes, it lasts for this much time. Dwapar Yuga is twice of Kali Yuga, Treta Yuga is thrice of Kali Yuga, Satyuga is 4 times of Kali Yuga. The combination of Kali Yuga, Dwapar, Treta and Satyuga is called as one Chatur Yuga, which is a period of 43.2 lakh years. So therefore in Satyuga you would see people would live for lakhs of years. Time is an energy of the Lord. You multiply this 43.2 lakh years into 1000, that is 12 hours of the day of Lord Brahma. That means time is relative. And this theory of relativity has been very nicely discussed already in the Vedic scriptures. If you multiply it again by 2, that is 1 day of Lord Brahma. If you multiply it by 365 into 100, that is the total lifespan of Brahma, which will come to some trillions of years according to human lifespan. That is the lifespan of Brahma. And those many trillions of years is one breath of Mahavishnu. When he breathes out, in seed form all the universes come out and they expand according to the laws of material nature. And when he breathes in, these universes again go within his body. That is time. In the individual level, you measure time with respect to birth, growth, maintenance, reproduction, dwindling and death. Even an ant goes through all this. Even a human being goes through all this. Even a devata goes through all this. So an ant is also taking birth, growing, maintaining, reproducing, dwindling and dying. So ant feels that it has lived for around 100 years according to its own measurement of time. And when the ants look at human beings, the ants must be thinking, oh, these human beings are wonderful, they live for lakhs of years. Just like I am saying, 1000 Chatur Yugas is 12 hours of Brahma. So the ants will be discussing, 1000 yugas of ant community is equal to 1 reel of the human society. So that's how time is relative. Every species thinks that they live approximately for 100 years. But the time span is relative. 100 years of human is maybe 1 week in the demigod, Devalok, like that. So this much is clear to all of you. We had started laws of karma. I think we stopped in between of laws of karma, but we are revising it again. Are you ready? So I was referring to a book called Why When Bad Things Happen to Good People, written by Harold S. Kushner. And I requested all of you to go and try to research something on that book. So this Harold S. Kushner, his son has died at a young age. So he asked these questions in the book. Is God partial or responsible to the things which are happening to us? Why is God, or is God powerless to stop evil? Why is the evil flourishing? And why do innocent people suffer? And then he does a discussion on these questions, and he concludes that either God is not all powerful, first conclusion. Second, or God is not all merciful or all good, second conclusion. Third conclusion, God is dead. These are the three conclusions he arrives at. What are the three conclusions he comes at? Either God is not all powerful, or he is not all good, or he is one of the highest sellers in the world. What kind of people will read these books? What do you think? What kind of people will be attracted to buy this book and read? People who are suffering. Yes, thank you. And somebody said atheists. They'll be very happy to read this book. Hence proved God doesn't exist. Any other class of people who will be attracted to this book? Those who think they are good people, but bad things are happening to them, definitely they will read this book to get some answers. I'm such a good person. Probably the last good person of this Kali Yuga. I don't even remember the last good person's name. I'm the only good person. So we want to debunk this book today. We want to bust the myths which this book has produced, simply because of lack of understanding of life on the soul platform. The basic error which this author has done is that he saw his life as all in all. He did not see his life as a series of lifetimes where there are repercussions coming from previous lives in this life also. So the Bhagavad Gita tells us that this life which we have is just a snapshot or just a point of reference in a time scale which is infinite. But this author fails to see that. He only focuses on one particular point. So therefore, naturally, he is not able to get answers. So therefore, he has come to these conclusions. So God is indeed all kind and all powerful. There are so many Bhagavad Gita verses which proves this. God has never left us or forgotten us. We have forgotten God. God loves us so much that although we don't want Him, we cannot stand Him, we want to forget Him, uninvited He keeps coming in every yuga just to guide us, protect us. Hoping against hope like a fool. God's love for us makes Him dance like a fool for us. That maybe in this life you will remember me. Maybe in this life you will listen to me. Maybe in this life you will understand that you are suffering. Why you are suffering? I am your father. Come back home. I can give you everything which you need. Why you are voluntarily embracing misery? You are my part and parcel. Come back home. But we are saying no. We have some other important business to do. And then most importantly, when God sees that they are not listening to me, He sends the acharyas. That okay, these atheists, these mayavadis, these nullists, these voidists, these sense gratifiers, they cannot stand me. At least let them listen to my pure devotee. So definitely He loves us. And He comes millennium after millennium, yuga after yuga. This knowledge the author did not have. And then there are some verses in Bhagavad Gita which prove this. He is very impartial. Samoham sarva bhuteshu name dveshyo asti na priyaha ye bhajanti tu mam bhaktya maititeshu chapyaham. I envy no one, nor I am partial to anyone. I am equal to all. But whoever renders service unto me in devotion is a friend is in me and I am also a friend to him. So God is telling that I am equal to everybody. That means I allow everybody to practice devotion. I never said that only human beings can do, demons cannot do, or only brahmanas can do, the other castes cannot do. God never said that. Therefore, He is allowing everybody to come into His arena of partiality. He is telling, I am partial to my devotees. But you can also become my devotee. You can also become my devotee. You can also become my... Nobody is stopping you. Everybody can become... You come in my arena of partiality, I will take care of you. But if you remain an atheist, then I will have to do this. Vinashaya cha dushkritam. Dharma samstharpanathaya. Sambhavani. So the laws of karma summarized as follows. As you sow, so shall you reap. Do all of you believe in this? I have met many people who do not believe in this. They say all this is imagined by man to make human society obedient to an imaginary person called God. But I never found a man till now who said that they are independent of this. They are doing all vicious activities, but they manage to be happy in life also. I never found a person like this. Those who did evil, they suffered. Some of them did not suffer in this life, but they suffered in their next lives. But everybody did suffer. As you sow, so shall you reap. The laws of nature are impartial, they are impersonal, and they are precise. Impartial means whether you are Jayalalitha or Michael Jackson or Narendra Modi or Karunanidhi or Shah Rukh Khan, whoever you are, D.K. Shiv Kumar, it will act upon you. You cannot say that I am the professor of theoretical chemistry in the Indian Institute of Science, I will get some relief. No, not possible. Not possible. And they are very impersonal also. Means when they start acting, there is no mercy. The laws of karma will not see, oh, here is an old man. Now we can deal with him very brutally. Anyways, Buddha hai, marna hi hai. Or here is a small child, a small baby, so I should deal little mercifully. No. And it is precise. There are no accidents. Please remember. This Harold S. Kushner claimed that his son was innocent. Bhagavad Gita says, no, sir. Nobody is innocent. An innocent person cannot suffer. Take the example of Prahlad. He was really a sinless, innocent soul. How much his father tried to punish him, but did he suffer? And if we are going through suffering, this itself is the proof that none of us are innocent. Even if there is a plane accident, which happens and all the people except one dies, we sympathize with them, we pray for them, we empathize with them. But we also agree that this was done precisely as per the laws of karma. All those 245 people were brought together by the inconceivable laws of karma together, and the group karma was executed. The full detail of this only God knows. But based on the scriptural understanding and based on the laws of nature explained on Bhagavad Gita, we can conclude this. We sympathize for them, we pray for them, we are willing to help them. But as a matter of understanding, we should understand that it was not random. A place where meat eating is rampant, more murders, more riots, more wars, more earthquakes will happen. This is not random. And these days I feel there is no other city in India where at every 10 meters there is a meat shop other than Bangalore. Do you agree with me? Most sinful city. So tomorrow when riots will happen or epidemics will come, that is how nature retaliates. Wars happen or job losses happen. And we cannot blame our managers, no, for this. It's our own karma coming on us. And the karma comes to us not as a revenge, but to a reply to our own choices. That means we always had a choice whether to do the right thing or the wrong thing. Nobody was forcing us. The pork stall which is there at the corner of this road is not forcing you, come and take this pork. You decided to have a pepperoni pizza with pork pieces floating on it. It is your choice. And these karmic reactions, they are subtle also. One cannot say that daily I am thinking to murder my boss, but actually I am not murdering, so I am not doing that karma. No. Your thinking, feeling will one day become into your willing. So it has subtle effects also. I am giving only good examples. Rest, we all can understand what I am trying to hint upon. So I found this photo on the internet. I found it very interesting. Please understand that each block may represent one lifetime. So you may do something in a particular lifetime, as a result of which it may affect your future lifetimes, and the solid impact of that karma may come to you after 50 lifetimes. This is laws of karma. And one classic example of this is Dhritarashtra. After the Mahabharata war, he happened to meet Krishna and asked that, what did I do? Why bad things happen to a good person like me? First of all, I was born blind, not my fault. Then I was denied the throne my younger brother was given, but somehow I managed to get the throne. But in front of me, my 100 sons died. Why me? What wrong I did? So Krishna answered, 50 lifetimes ago, you as a young boy and a son of a hunter, you had climbed a tree where a bird had laid 100 eggs. You, out of boyhood naughtiness, you took and you blinded that bird. And then you burnt the nest along with 100 eggs. As a result of that, you were born blind and your 100 children died. Next question with Dhritarashtra asked that, why did you take 50 lifetimes to punish me? So Krishna said, it requires pious credits to get children. It requires pious credits to get a son. It took you 50 lifetimes to generate those punya karma, punya pratap, to get 100 sons. And when you had that pious credit, I executed what was destined for you. You were born blind and 100 sons died in front of you, and your whole Vamsha came on fire. That is how precise, impersonal and impartial the laws of nature are. So then I had showed you this diagram by which you can understand. Free will means freedom to choose. Fate means no freedom to choose. Let's start from here. You are put in a particular environment. This environment is not your decision. It is a result of the reactions of the work which you have done in your previous lifetimes. This is your environment. It could be anything. An environment where, right from childhood you could be fed with beef. It could be that environment. It could be an environment where You are encouraged for intoxication right from the age 9. Or it could be an environment where you are engaged in homosexuality or illicit sex life from a very young age. Or it could be an environment that you took birth in a casino. I'm speaking only negatives, but it could be positive also. It could be an environment where you have taken birth in a family where your parents are chanting Hare Krishna. It could be an environment that you have taken birth next to the temple of Lord Jagannath in Jagannath Puri. It could be an environment that you have taken birth in the family of Acharyas, where you have learned to relish Bhagavad Gita right from the age 5. So this environment is something which you can control. It is a result of your previous actions. In this environment, there is always a free will. You can take birth in a highly pure family, or you can take birth in a highly aristocratic family, but you always have a free will to choose. Let's take the case of a person who has taken birth in a very highly aristocratic family, very rich family, and there is no anxiety of roti, kapada and makan in their life. They can actually dedicate their life to serve God. This is the free will they have. But then instead what they decide to become? They decide to become meat eaters, they decide to become woman hunters, they decide to become bottle gang. That is a free will. That action leads to the further karma phal, which is called as fate. There you cannot decide. And this fate, as a form of destiny, comes to you either in this life or in next lives. This is the karma diagram. So life is a balance of free will and fate. Even if your fate is bad, even if you are born blind, even if you don't have any opportunities given to you, the free will cannot be taken from you. You can always choose to do the right thing and trust in God. Even if your father is a thief and all he taught you was theft and dacoity, you can still choose to not steal. That choice is there. The free will which we have becomes more and more clear based on our association. The kind of association we keep. If we have association of people who have good character and sense control, then we are able to experience the power of free will. But if we have association of all of those people who have made sense gratification as the goal of their life, then we are so much controlled by the modes of material nature that we almost never experience the free will. We are always controlled. Let's say your association is that of drunkards. You have a free will of drinking or not drinking, but all the time you are hanging out with drunkards. As soon as you see a bottle, what free will you execute? The bottle will execute you. However, no matter how much big a drunkard or a smoker or a addict you are, but if you start associating with people who have a higher purpose in life, it is just a matter of time that you will give up these addictions. Then you will see the power of free will. So life is a balance between fate and free will. Fate and free will complement each other. Your free wills decide your future fate. Fate is nothing but the opportunities which you get in this life, and free will is the choices. And there is a nice prayer. Oh Lord, please give me the courage to change the things I can. That is my free will. The humility to accept the things I cannot. That is my fate. And the intelligence to differentiate between the two. Oh. Till this point I had covered previously. Now today's session is starting. What to do, Kali Yuga memory? Now, we need to discuss what is the difference between Lord's will and Lord's sanction. Very famous case. A murderer was standing in front of the court, judge, and he was telling, this murder happened by the will of the Lord. Prakrite kriyamanani gunai karmani sarvasha ahankara vimudhatma. He quoted this verse. Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita that a fool thinks that he is the doer. A real doer is Krishna. God executed this murder. God की इच्छा के बिना एक पत्ता भी नहीं हिलता, एक ग्रास भी नहीं हिलता. मैं कैसे नाइफ को हिला सकता था 36 times? It's a very famous case. But the judge was a very intelligent judge. Huh? He didn't fall for this argument. So we are taking that case. Judge straight away rejected that this is misuse of the Bhagavad Gita. We cannot take this up. But then we have taken that case to discuss here. Was that 36 times movement of the knife Lord's will or Lord's sanction? It is true that without the sanction of the Lord nothing happens. That is true. But why did Lord sanction this 36 times? Why? What is the will of the Lord? Does the Lord really want? Harold S. Kushner has asked, why is so much suffering? Why does the Lord want everybody to suffer? Very powerful, very loaded question. If you understand this, then probably you will study the Bhagavad Gita all your life. But if you don't understand this question, then probably you will spend your life with ChatGPT. Lord's will is that we should always be happy. Lord's will is that we come back home, back to Godhead. But then when He sees that we are so stupid, we are so arrogant, we are so suicidal, helplessly out of love for us, He sanctions few things. I am seeing many children roaming around here. See, this child is going to do something. Now this child may try to demand something. Do children have illegitimate demands sometimes? See this demand. This child is a nice child, but some child are, as soon as they get something, first thing they do is break it. So how many times can the parents say no? They can say once, they can say twice, they can say thrice, they can say 4 times. But if the child is adamant, not eating, only crying, what will ultimately the parent do? Mobile. ये नया है आजकल. मोबाइल दे देंगे. मोबाइल से भी नहीं मान रहा है तो क्या करेंगे? The parent will unwillingly allow, that's all. Let's say your child is saying that I want to go and play in the rain, and heavy viral fever is going on in Bangalore. You are telling your child don't do. But the child is taking all the things in the house and breaking it and crying and not eating and crying. What will ultimately do? And say, Jao Baba, Jao. But when you fall sick, don't come to me. That's what you will do. That is what we did with Krishna. Krishna told us that it is not good to go to the material world. Krishna told us that don't try to imitate me. I know how to keep you happy. You don't know how to be happy. Even when we came to the material world, Krishna came and gave the Bhagavad Gita, and he told us what to do, what not to do. But despite the Bhagavad Gita, despite the Acharyas, despite all the help, we decide to do something sinful. Free will. Because we are mad. So unwillingly the Lord sanctions it. That is the sanction of the Lord. But does the Lord want us to suffer the Lord's will? Does the Lord want us to eternally be condemned in a hellish life? So Lord is our well-wisher. He has given us the Bhagavad Gita. He has given us the Acharyas. He himself comes. He does not want us to suffer and cry. But despite all the help, when out of madness, when we decide to go against the Lord, then out of helpless love for us, the Lord sanctions it. Jao, karke dekho, you will suffer. I hope tum sudhar jaoge. What are the various kinds of karma? Sakarma, Vikarma, Akarma. Sakarma means those activities which are called punya. Good activities. What are some examples of punya karmas? Please raise your hand and answer. Yes. Incorrect. Donation to whom? Anybody? Let's say if you donate to a person 1000 rupees and that person uses that money to purchase some intoxicants and takes it, then is it a good donation or a bad donation? So is donation alone a punya karma? Therefore, Bhagavad Gita, if you will study the 18th chapter, it says there are 3 kinds of donation. Donation in the mode of goodness, donation in the mode of passion, donation in the mode of ignorance. So tell me some punya karmas which are absolute punya karmas. They can never be bad like that. Service. Making hospitals, okay. Serving the cow, okay. Okay. Planting trees, very good. Incorrect. Incorrect. All those who are saying chanting, temple construction, I will come to you. You are very good people. I am not discouraging you. But it is not punya karma. Saving the environment. Yes, these are some good activities. Now give me some example of vikarma, pap activities. Sorry? A soldier on the battlefield who has killed 50 enemies and has got the Param Veer Chakra, how will you tell him he is a papi? Then how is killing bad? Killing is good. See, let's say a tiger is there, okay? And you are sitting here along with your child, and the tiger is doing like this and is about to attack you. You will say, oh, killing a tiger is bad, isliye aap mere ko hi kill kar do. Is killing bad? Absolutely. Sometimes killing is bad, sometimes killing is good. I am asking you those activities which are absolutely bad in all time, place and circumstances. Yes. What? Eating meat, it is bad in all time, place and circumstances. Correct. Intoxication, whether it is Diwali or whether it is New Year, in all time, place, circumstances, it is bad. I don't know what this means. I'm just... Any other activity? Gambling. Whether it is Deepavali or whether it is... क्या बोलते हैं आजकल ऑनलाइन गेम्स आ गया है बहुत रमी it is always bad. Even a person as great as Maharaj Yudhishthir can go crazy if he indulges in gambling. Who are we in front of Yudhishthir? Any other activity? Killing for our pleasure, yes. I don't like you. That is bad. Absolutely bad. Killing for our pleasure means KFC. I have nothing against KFC. But why do people go to KFC? Just for the sake of tongue. So many wings and so many chickens and so many lambs. I don't know what all they are serving. They are killed. That is absolutely bad. Anything else?
Not taking care of parents.
Sorry?
Or not taking care of parents.
Those who are not taking care of parents. Let's say there is a soldier working in the army, posted in Jammu and Kashmir, critical situation, who has old parents, unable to visit home for the next 40 or 80 months. He's definitely a papi, right? I'm asking no terms and conditions. Taking care of parents, not taking care of parents, is it absolutely good or absolutely bad, or terms and conditions apply? So therefore, I'm not discussing that. What is absolutely pap?
Sexual activity outside marriage.
Sexual activities outside married life. And marriage means rules and regulations. In marriage life also there are some rules and regulations. One cannot become a cat or a dog and engage in unlimited sex life within marriage. So illicit sex life is also a sinful activity. It is very sad situation today that the society is not educated about the meaning of grihastha life. The rules and regulations of marriage. See, when I joined a brahmachari life, I was very nicely educated about the rules and regulations of a brahmachari life. But I don't see this education about married life. There is no rules and regulations, it seems. जो करना है करो, जहाँ जाना है जाओ, बस खाली पैसा कमाते रहो, टैक्स भरते रहो, फिर उसके बाद जो करना है करो. पेरेंट्स का टेक केयर करना है करो, नहीं करो उनको फेंक दो, कुछ भी करो, एक्स्ट्रा मैरिटल अफेयर कर लो, सब चलेगा. Nobody talks about the rules and regulations of married life. So therefore, unlimited sexual activity even within marriage life is a sinful activity. This is a very delicate subject matter, but this has to be discussed. Suicide is bad in all circumstances. There is no justified reason of committing suicide. I ordered something on Blinkit, it didn't come in 10 minutes, so I committed suicide. This is not a justified reason. My parents are not listening to me, so I'll commit suicide. My child is not listening to me, so I'll commit suicide. My wife is not listening to me, so I'll commit suicide. My husband is not listening to me, so I'll commit suicide. My wife is torturing me too much, so I will commit suicide. My husband is controlling me too much, so I'll commit suicide. These are all nonsense reasons to commit suicide. And suicide is absolutely criminal activity.
Robbery.
Who said robbery? Yes, who was the robber here? Yes, thank you. Is robbery absolutely bad? I can give you a case where robbery was good, and I'm not going to talk about Robin Hood, okay? There is a place called Sri Rangam in Tamil Nadu. Anybody from Tamil Nadu here? Yes. Have you been to a place called Kollidam in Tamil Nadu? क्या car number क्या है?
5474.
Whenever we go deeper in Krishna consciousness, these cars they come 5471.
574.
5474. 5474. Please take care of the car. Yeah. So there was one of the Alvars. He wanted to build something for the Sri Rangam, for Lord Ranganath. But the people of that area were so materialistic, that they were ready to spend lakhs of rupees to marry 2 frogs or 2 cats, literally. But they were not ready to give 1 rupee for God. So this Acharya devised a Lakshmi Liberation Plan Scheme, LLP. He understood that all these are Ravanas. They want to spoil their life. They don't have intelligence to properly utilize Lakshmi. They have no donation. They give donation only in the mode of ignorance. So he employed a group of robbers. And the task of these robbers was to go and bring money from all these only highly materialistic people, rich people. So his job was to go and steal from all of them. And those robbers used to bring and give this money to this Acharya. And this Acharya used to make the walls of the Sri Rangam temple, and used to make the temple compound and various other things. Unknowingly, all these materialistic people, they were getting the credit of building a temple of the Lord. Ultimately, when the temple of the Lord was built, now these robbers are not nice people, no? So this Acharya, this Alvar, he tells, now the robbers are saying, from last 10 years we are robbing for you. You have made a nice temple. Now we should have our share. Half the temple, half the Sri Rangam, you give it to us. So this Acharya said, definitely, but I will give you the share in the lake. So this Acharya, he said, please sit in this lake. And he took the boat to the middle of the lake. And then after that, this Alvar, being a pure devotee of the Lord, he got down of the lake boat and walked on water and came back. And then the boat sank and all the robbers died. So it is a holy place now. It is called as Kollidam. This is a classic example where robbery was properly utilized in the service of the Lord. Otherwise, there is no hope for materialistic people. Lakshmi belongs to Lakshmipati, not Ravan. So if we have become Ravan, filling our pockets, then somebody will have to take up this LLP someday, Lakshmi Liberation Program. We will get the benefit, but we will slap that person, curse that person who is benefiting us. So this is a proper example where one of the acharyas was forced to do this. People were cursing him, but he did a thankless job where people probably did not even realize that he had made everybody fortunate. So robbery cannot always be bad also. Please visit Kollidam, Tamil Nadu. You can Google it. I am not saying the name of the Alvar here, but you can research. He is a very nice, pure devotee personality. Written many poems, many commentaries, and led a selfless life. It is not that he made this temple and made a VIP suit for himself. No. A highly renounced personality, sannyasi. And by the way, this Acharya previously was the chief commander of an army. So he was of that valiant spirit also. So he did all this. Huh? Yes, you got the name right. Now anybody in India will say that this Alvar was wrong. Nobody will say. So therefore this activity was 100% correct. So robbery cannot always be bad. If you want to give example of Robin Hood, this is real Robin Hood. So meat eating, gambling, illicit sex, intoxication, suicide, these are absolutely bad activities. When you do punyas, you have to take birth again to enjoy the results of these activities. If you plant trees, if you open hospitals, if you dig wells, if you open schools, God knows what people are learning in school these days. Don't know if it is punya karma or, but let's say if it is good education. So then you have to take birth again to reap the results of these punya activities. But point to be noted, even if you take birth again, you have to become old again, you have to fall sick again, and you have to die again. If you do vikarma, meat eating, gambling, illicit sex, intoxication, suicide, addictions, etc., 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 then you have to take birth again and suffer for it. But still you have to go through old age, disease and death. However, there is another kind of activity called as akarma. As the name says, it does not generate any punya or papa result. Punya generates a result for which you have to take birth. Papa generates a result for which you have to take birth. But akarma does not generate any result. It cleans your account, karmic account balance, so that you can easily go back home, back to Godhead. This akarma is called as bhakti. So those who said chanting Hare Krishna, it is an akarma. Those who said temple construction, it is akarma. Both punya and pap will bind you to this material world. Punya is like being tied with a golden chain, and pap is like being tied with a rusted iron chain. But ultimately you will be tied. But there is akarma, chanting Hare Krishna, helping in temple construction, reading the Bhagavad Gita, preaching the science of Bhagavad Gita, distributing the Bhagavad Gita, distributing Krishna Prasad, going out on the streets and loudly chanting the holy names of the Lord so that all the people who have turned a deaf ear towards God can hear it. This is akarma. It liberates you. So what you should do? Punya, pap or bhakti? How many of you want to do punya? Please raise your hands. How many of you want to do pap? Please raise your hands. How many of you want to do bhakti? कुछ लोग हाथ नहीं उठा रहे हैं, अभी भी सोच रहे हैं. Okay. By the way, whatever I am saying, this is from the Bhagavad Gita. These are not my statements. Now, there are some reactions of karma. Some are instant, some are delayed. Instant karma. What is instant karma? Can you give example of instant karma? Let's say you are driving on Bangalore. You hit someone's vehicle. Instant karma result will come. Or you slap someone. Instantly you will get the result. Delayed karma example, can you give me? Who said chanting? Incorrect. Delayed karma? Studying now. Getting an engagement after so many years. Delayed karma. हाँ बोल सकते हैं. What about the example of Dhritarashtra? Example of delayed karma? See, please understand, your karma is like a seed. Some seeds, when you will sow, it will come out in 2 days. Germination. Some seeds will take 1 month. Some seeds will take 3 years. A small bamboo sapling, if you plant a bamboo sapling, you keep watering it for 3 years. Every year it grows 1 inch only. But third year, it grows 50 feet. Some karmas, they work like that also. So you may do something now. The result may not come in this life, not even in the next life, not even the next to next life, not even the next to next to next life. But in the next to next to next to next to next life, game over. So there are various kinds of karma. Now, there is something called as individual karma, collective karma, shared karma. Can you give me an example of individual karma? Something which you do which affects only you. That is called individual karma. Exam preparation. Yes, if you will not do, only you will suffer. Very good. Or if you prepare, only you will get the benefit. Or your neighbors next to you will also get benefit. थोड़ा कॉपी करवा देंगे. What is collective karma? What accident? Train accidents. That is collective karma. What is shared? Collective karma means all the people who had a particular kind of pending karmic reaction, they will be brought together. They will not know, but the laws of karma will know. They are very precise, impersonal, and what is the third adjective? Impersonal, precise, impartial. They will bring everybody together, execute. What is shared karma? Sorry? Yes. In meat eating, 6 kinds of people share the karma. Who can tell me who are these 6 kinds of people? Please stand. You can tell. Stand up and tell. Tell no, try. 6 kinds of people share the karma when an animal is killed for meat eating. Who are these 6 people? Person who kills the animal. Person who asks or purchases the meat. Person who eats. Person who manages. Person who cooks. Okay, he has told 4. Who can add 2 more? Person who encourages to eat, huh? Sorry? Person who is selling the meat. Very good. 5th. Transportation. Yes. Yes. One who gives permission to kill. Yes. So many people very proudly they say, yeah, you want to say something? Yes, the person who maintains the animals for the purpose of being killed. Also very sinful. So all these people will get the you cannot say that I didn't kill them, I only went to KFC and ate them. No. This is called as shared karma. Does shared karma come in family also? If one family member has gone crazy, the whole family suffers. Yes. Next question, last question of the day. Can good karma and bad karma cancel each other? Prabhuji, by mistake थोड़ा चिकन बिरयानी खा लिया मैंने. आज मैं 2 राउंड एक्स्ट्रा जब कर लेंगे. या थोड़ा चिकन बिरयानी खा लिया बाय मिस्टेक, सो 2 चिकन्स को अडॉप्ट कर लेंगे. Yes, can good karma and bad karma cancel each other? The answer is no. You have to separately go through the results of good karma and you have to separately suffer for the bad karma. There is no plus and minus here. What if I don't believe in karma only? तेल लेने जाओ तुम. बहुत टॉर्चर हो गया. It's my life. I will do what I want. कल हो न हो. What if you have this mentality? Karma doesn't care for your mentality. Yeah. This is called as the ostrich mentality. Ostrich, when it has any difficulty, it tries to bury its head in the sand. But when it does that, it thinks that the difficulty is over. But is the difficulty over? No. Rabbit, when it sees any difficult situation, it closes its eyes. But does it mean that the difficulty is over? So simply when you deny the existence of the laws of karma, does it mean that you will not be deep fried into the laws of nature? And they will make the pulp out of you? Yeah. Now, answer this question. Why bad things happen to good people? Raise your hand and answer. Don't speak in crowd. Yes. Very good. Because of bad karma in previous life. You are the very most intelligent person, you have understood it. 99% people, yes, car number kya hai?
6534.
Are you seriously taking note? The moment we go deeper in our discussion and practice of Krishna consciousness, immediately Kali Yuga takes alert. इन लोग को भक्त नहीं बनने देंगे. क्या है?
6534.
6534, please. 6534. This is sufficient proof that we are doing something which is destroying the Kali Yuga. So therefore Kali Yuga is not letting us do what we want. So why bad things happen to good people? So this is the example of a silo. You know, grains are cultivated, they are put from the top. And for years it is stored. And from bottom it is taken out for cooking. Let's say for 5 years, somebody produced very good crops. And the next 3 years, they produced very bad crops. In the 6th year, the whole world will see that they are producing very bad crop. But when they will eat the rice in their house, they will see, oh, it is very nice. And then the person will say, although he is not working hard, although he is wasting his time, although the crops are bad, but see, bad people thrive, bad people flourish. Why the bad people flourish? Because these bad people, they were good in a particular point of time and they have the results, pending reactions of some good karma left. But when this will get over, then what will come? That bad rice will come. And these bad people cannot say that I will not eat here, I will do Blinkit and purchase and eat. No. You have to reap the results of your karma. It is not optional. So what we can do now? How many of you know what you have done in your past 50 lifetimes? How many murders you have done? How many dacoity you have done? How many 4 regulative principles we all have broken? How do we know? हम लोग सब कोई तो any Mahatmas here? Definitely, Prabhuji, I am definitely sinless and innocent. I can confirm. Anybody can say like this. हाथ उठाइए. आप हाथ उठा रहे थे क्या? You are raising your hand, huh? No, thank you. So none of us can say that we are sinless and we are innocent. So what we can do now? Choose your next body wisely. In the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, whoever at the end of his life quits his body remembering of me alone, at once attains my nature. Of this there is no doubt. Whatever state of being one remembers when he quits his body, O son of Kunti, that state he will attain without fail. So we have to try to become a devotee of Krishna, chant Hare Krishna, associate with devotees, read the Bhagavad Gita, have prasadam, and spend a lifetime in sadhana, knowing well that I am a spirit soul having taken birth in Kali Yuga in this material world. This itself is sufficient proof that I am a very degraded personality and I have heaps of sinful reactions behind me. So I should lead a lifetime of sadhana and seva so that at the end of my life, when I am dying, I will be able to think of Krishna. Remembering Krishna at the time of death requires sadhana and kripa. You need to do sadhana and there need to be other devotees to bless you. And this will be our exit strategy. This will be one master stroke which will end. Actually, we are in this situation right now. We can't stop anything. Sequentially it is happening. But if we remember Krishna at the time of death, as a result of a lifetime of sadhana and seva, then this block will be falling, but we will exit. If we don't do that, then we are tied to this chair and we have to wait for everything to be executed. This is the final solution, which this person did not understand. Harold S. Kushner. This concludes the Gita course. Congratulations, you have successfully survived this Gita course. Now, how many of you feel that we did some good Bhagavad